Hi guys, I hope you're well. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make Caribbean stewed oxtail. Friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kelly Thompson and I'm a food and childcare entrepreneur. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. In my videos you'll find lots of relevant tips and topics on family and lifestyle and some fabulous recipes for the whole family. So please like and subscribe, and if you're already subscribed to my channel, thank you. Stewed oxtail is a very mouth-watering dish and it's something I know you would love. So without any further delay, let's get cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is to wash the oxtail, and I'm going to wash it with 1 lemon and some flour. And I use the flour because that really helps to clean the meat really well, and it helps you take off all the slimy bits. And this is something I learned from my grandma many years ago when I was a child. It's so important to wash your meat. And this looks ready, so I'm going to wash them and put them in another bowl. And this is about 1 pound of meat. 1 pound in weight. When you wash your meat properly, it definitely tastes a lot better when you cook the food. It tastes a lot fresher and cleaner, and it smells so much better too. And always remember to clean your sink afterwards to prevent cross-contamination. So these are all of our ingredients, and here we have our washed oxtail. So we don't actually have a lot of oxtail here. So let's start adding all the ingredients. So the first thing I'm going to add is my grated onions, and I prefer to grate my onions when I'm doing my marinade because I think the food absorbs the taste a lot better. So that's my grated onions. Now I'm going to add some chopped tomatoes. I'm now going to add some spring onions, and that's just 1 spring onion chopped. And I've got my Caribbean green seasoning. And if you don't have Caribbean green seasoning, you can use mixed herbs. And you can find Caribbean green seasoning in lots of shops that sells Caribbean food or the Caribbean markets. It would usually say green seasoning on the bottle. And it's just a mixture of lots of different herbs. So you can always use this, the mixed herbs, if you don't have the green seasoning. Now we're going to add a dash of ginger, not a lot because it's very strong. And I'm going to put some coriander, dry coriander. Just going to put some ketchup in. Not a lot, just a small amount. And now onto our powdered seasoning. So we have 1 teaspoon of garlic and coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of tropical seasoning, 1 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning, 2 teaspoons of meat seasoning, 1 teaspoon of curry goat seasoning. So we're just going to add those in. So now that we've added all of our spices, I'm just going to wash my hands and mix it all in. Okay. So you want to mix it in until it's evenly distributed. It's mixed in enough. And that's ready for cooking. So to start cooking the oxtail, I'm going to add the equivalent of about 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You can use rapeseed oil as well. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And you don't want to burn it too much because otherwise the oxtail will taste bitter and that won't be very good. So I think it's ready now. It's the right colour and consistency. So I'm just going to add the oxtail now. And you don't need to add any water at this stage. You just want the colour to mature. And if you add water, that wouldn't happen. As you can see, it's a beautiful brown colour. And it's already producing its own liquid. We will add water eventually, but not yet. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes and I'm going to add 2 potatoes. I've chopped this up, so we're just going to add the potatoes in. And I put the potatoes in my stews because it really helps with thickening the sauce, and again it just adds a really lovely touch to it. I always have my children and Chris fighting over the potatoes when I put them in my curries or put them in my stew. So we're now going to add some water. I'm just going to pour some water in this, so rinse out the spices from in here. And it's best to use hot water because it just keeps the temperature consistent in the pan. So this will need to boil for quite a while, maybe an hour, because oxtail meat can be quite hard and you really want it to be soft, so it just literally falls off the bone when you're eating it. So I'm going to add some more water and then give it some time to cook. Right, so I'm going to cover this now and leave it to cook. I'll come back and check it in 45 minutes. So just checking in on the oxtail after half an hour. As you can see, some of the water has dissolved and it's really cooking up nicely. I've tested the meat and it's still quite hard, so I'm going to add a bit more water. Not a huge amount. And give it a stir. Cover that again. So the oxtail has been in for an hour now, and I've tasted it and the meat is still a bit tough, so we're going to add a bit more water and let it continue to cook. So the oxtail has been cooking now for an hour and a half and it's still a little bit hard, so I'm going to add some more water and allow it to cook further. So another thing that I usually add to my stewed oxtail is butter beans. So I usually get the butter beans in the can, drain out the water, wash it a couple of times, and then add it to the oxtail. But unfortunately I didn't have any in my cupboard. So I'm just going to taste this. That's absolutely perfect. Oxtail is a little bit on the fatty side, so I won't add any butter at this stage, but it does add a nice touch to the food as well. So we'll let this simmer for a couple more minutes and we'll be finished. So it's now exactly 2 hours and our Caribbean stewed oxtail is well and truly finished. So that's our oxtail complete. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on my other socials. And please check out my other videos on food, family and lifestyle. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Through winter storms and summer skies, there was a time when